There are stealth buffs going on in Marvel Strike Force. We're going to talk about all of them in this video. There's some game-breaking bugs as well, and beware of MLF. We're talking about why you should be careful in this video. And if you're ready for all of that, Valley Club, you know what to do. Find that like button, and let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello, Valley Club. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having a great day. If this is your first time on this channel, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. And if you have already subscribed, welcome back. Now, in this video, we're talking about the stealth buffs that are going on in the game. Buffs should be in quotation marks because for some people, some of these things are good, some not as good, and not all of them were described until now. So we're going to talk about that in this video. Some game-breaking bugs beware of, and you also need to beware of MLF now that her saga is live in the game, because there's no way of knowing if she has those awakened abilities or not. So let's go talk about these improvements to the Elite Orb. All right, so this is a message from Cerebral last night over on Reddit. There was a recent change to the raid sword to the Orange Elite Orb. Previously, unique items had a slight chance for a 5x drop in the left and right pillars. With the recently released Gear 17, the dev team wants players to have more consistent access to the uniques in this orb. So the right pillar of the orb now drops a unique piece at a 100% rate compared to before, when players had a 20% chance of getting a unique piece. The experience is now more consistent. And if we go into the game, this is true for the unique pieces. I don't know if it's an improvement. I don't think it's a buff. I think it's just, it is what it is. If we go into the pillars right now and check out what it does, over on the right pillar, it now guarantees one of this. But previously, we could get 5 of these. And if we didn't get 5, we could get a lot of catalysts and other things as well. Now, we only get this stuff on the left pillar, and we get one of these on the right pillar. So for the uniques, if it was at that 20% drop rate, opening the bunch of orbs will get you the same percent-wise of chance of getting these uniques. But as far as your catalyst and other pieces, it is a nerf to this stuff. This comment describes it correctly. So you removed 80% of what we're giving and giving the 20%. At best, this may end up resulting in the same amount of uniques. And for the uniques, I think this is correct. But we definitely result in 80% less orange gear. I mean, it could have been actually some kind of minor improvement, but wildly 2 generous pieces, yeah, if it was 2 pieces, it could have been an improvement. And we're in the era, not that these orange elites matter. We're in the era where we need teal gear, the gear to upgrade our characters for 16 and gear tier 17. Not having to worry about this stuff. So while they could have made this a lot better, they made it the same for these catalysts, but worse for these, or the same for the uniques, but worse for these catalysts, essentially before. So how it equates: 10 orbs will get you 10 uniques and 40 orange pieces, and now 10 orbs will give you 10 uniques. So it is a little bit of a nerf to all the catalysts that we would get. And for me, that's where I'm short on all these orbs, is the catalyst. My advanced basic catalyst, my health, my focus, my damage, all that stuff, I don't have enough of. So I can't even see an argument. How could this even possibly be better or even equivalently good? If you could pick a piece, then I argue it would be an improvement, but you can't. It's still RNG, still a random piece, less gear overall, and that is where the problem is. Now, there's been some other stealth changes to this game, and I think these other changes are buffs. The first one that I want to talk about is to our brother, the living vampire Morbius. We've talked about this already in his ultimate right here. If we go in game right now, excuse me, not in his ultimate, it's on his passive here. If we go to his passive, on ward defense, on spawn, if this character has 3 or more Dark Hunter allies, apply blind to the 5 highest damage city hero enemies. It used to be 4, so this is big. So if someone had for example, someone had a Luke Cage that had high damage, well, that Luke Cage would be blinded, and one of the other more important heroes for our higher characters would not. Now, everyone is getting blinded. So this is a little change to Morbius that was not described. The other change that was not fully described, and it may have been described in the buffs, but I don't think it was, is for She-Hulk. Previous, her speed was in the 80s. Right now, it is 101. So she has gotten a little better, although her being a tank, this may or may not be a buff. Sometimes you want those slow tanks in a game. She's a little faster, so yes, those changes were not described in the blog post. I'm not sure why. Let's go on to the next thing. More issues in the game, some freezing, some T-posing. And if you don't know what the T-posing is when you get a character in a costume and you see them do this and it freezes the game and you can't do anything. You can't make any changes in the game. You just have to force close your game. That's what's happening. That was a big issue in the past with certain costumes. Well, now it looks like it is back and there are more costumes involved. So this was posted by Archangel last night, 17 hours ago. A lot of communication last night. 3 issues being addressed in this post. First, certain costumes of games are causing the game to soft lock, become unresponsive in combat while the dev team works to address this issue. The costumes will be deactivated in War, Arena, and Cosmic Crucible. It doesn't say all the game modes, but in these PvP type game modes, they're all inactive. And the costumes are President Loki. Yes, this is what most players will remember was causing that T-pose issue before. President Loki. Also the Red Room for Taskmaster, which I'm not sure if that was ever, if players that did not purchase that offer were ever able to get that costume. Miss Marvel, the No Normal, the new costume for her not working. Baron Mordo, the Multiverse of Madness, that is the costume that had to be purchased, not able to be used anymore. The purchased Nico Minoru Runaways costume in one of the recent strike passes or battle passes, not able to be used anymore. Gamora's Requiem, Mr. Knight, I don't remember that one ever being available for free-to-play players as well. I don't even remember an offer for that, and you guys may remember the offer. I don't remember the offer for that as well. The new Thor Love and Thunder costume, which I like. The new Misty Knight costume, which I think had to be purchased. And I have the Venom costume, but not being able to use as well. So beware of these costumes. You can't use them in battle. Hopefully they will be back soon. And unfortunately, if you did purchase these costumes in one of these passes, you're not able to get your money's worth right now. All right, next. In addition to those issues, there is an inbox message that incorrectly stated that the Valkyrie costume King of Asgard can be unlocked at milestone 20. The silver bits are not obtained there. They're obtained in milestones 15 or 5, 15, and 30, which give you enough silver bits to purchase the costume. We talked about that yesterday in the mailbag video. If we go to the milestones right now, this is true, but the blog post said it was not. So if we go into the Avenging Asgard costumes or the milestones, you need to get to 30 to get the final 25 silver phase bits to purchase that costume. Yeah, this should have been announced a little earlier, but I'm glad they finally announced it. Their blog post was incorrect, and it does have that message, that disclaimer on the bottom that everything is subject to change, and it is for things like this when they incorrectly state the milestones. All right, erroneous message has been removed, and apologize for the confusion. And third, the next issue going on. Over the weekend, an iteration of old August login calendar went live. And if we look at the calendars right now, it's actually still sort of live. We've been sending the correct calendar in the game this week, and it looks like the correct calendar is in the game right now. If we go into the calendar right now, this is the erroneous calendar that had some weird things that are not in the game yet. This is a full calendar for the full month of August. Now we got this one. I'm not sure if I got these Ravager shards, but we did go into the next day here. So the correct calendar is in the game. I'm not sure what all this is. I don't think we're able to claim any of this stuff, but I guess we'll see when the reset happens tomorrow if we'll get these extra pieces there. But finishing the message, the incorrect calendar will be edited to have only 4 days of rewards. Upon your next calendar, there'll be 2 August calendars. All players will have access to both of these calendars in the month of August. All right, so that does explain it. We have access to both of those. We'll get those little tiny pieces of gear, but I don't know if you guys logged in this morning and tried to open the game. That calendar was causing me to crash, or to freeze, so I had to force close my game when I logged into that calendar. So beware. Hopefully we can get past that first day on that calendar. All players with access to both calendars will extend the correct calendar into September to ensure players can claim these rewards. Players will not miss any of the rewards as long as they log in each day as normal. I think I missed those Ravager shards, but I'm not too upset about it because those are just Ravager shards. And finally, there's been a little issue with Cosmic Crucible rewards. Last week, there were reports that some players did not receive their Cosmic Crucible rewards. The issue occurred if the player participated in one of the first two trials, but not the third. They're extending compensation to players later this week and appreciate your patience. So there it is, Valley Club, caught up on the latest going on right now. Some stealth buffs, some stealth nerfs, and beware of MLF. One last thing that I did want to discuss and is Morgan Le Fay. She has a saga going on right now with a sneak preview for the normal difficulty. The heroic difficulty is live in the game right now, and it allows you to equip these two new skills on her special, adding speed of her 2 turns and immunity to itself and all horsemen allies. So if you're pairing her with rogue, this will make a difference. If you're not pairing her with rogue, this makes no difference because you're still going to do that to the Dark Code allies. And then for this passive here, gaining more health and more resistance, this will not really affect the Darkhold team because she's already doing that, but it will affect teams paired with rogue. So be careful. The word is that when those skills are equipped, does not change the power level of Morgan Le Fay at all. So it's hard to tell if she is going to be affected by this, but this will only affect teams that have rogue right now. So it won't affect all the Darkhold teams. She'll still be as hard to beat with these Darkhold teams. But if you're facing a rogue, you may notice that rogue has a lot of extra health and things like that, and getting speed and immunity when previously wouldn't. But that is it for now, guys. We have more stuff coming out later this week. I am going on vacation, so I'm going to try to record a bunch of videos before I go to release that over the course of my vacation, and then I'll be bringing my computer, and it hopefully can still react to the blog post. And I'm going to try to get a weekly news video out this week if possible. But we're on vacation. We're gonna be on vacation, so we're gonna try. But if not, we will be back to normal next week, and I will see you guys then. Hopefully you have a great rest of the week. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out.